Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to walk through what we started with because I really didn't run the camera. I was technically on the phone with Clint Street Machines, Clint from Clint Street Machines YouTube channel, and just had an epiphany that I needed to start working on this bodywork. I don't know why, I just wanted to start doing it. So I didn't record much, and I'll give you the rundown on where we were, where we started, and how things progressed. So this is the starting point of this quarter panel on the first day. It has a bunch of graffiti, some hammer damage from what looks like a ball peen hammer. And we just started scrubbing on with a green scrubby pad. After I scrubbed it with the green scrubby pad, I started with 1000 grit sandpaper on just a quarter panel. And the marked improvement led me to start doing the door on the driver's side, so that's what we got going on here. Now this next picture is just a disparity between what the color looked like from the quarter panel and the door just to the fender.
So yesterday I did the quarter panel and the door, pretty much just two steps. I used a green scrubby pad first to remove all the big gangly marks of crap, and then on my way back I used 1000 grit sandpaper and buffed it out as best as I could with what we have. Now you can see the direct comparison to the fender on the left. That's exactly how the whole car looked. And then what's left on the right. So your door and your quarter panel have significantly made a big improvement over what it was before. So we're going to continue working on it today. I'm going to see if I can throw some polishing compound at it and make a even bigger difference on the paint on the door and the quarter panel. I'm going to leave the fender to a different time just because I have everything taped off there on the fender, and I'd have to redo all my marks and measurements for the hood to try to install the hood scoop. So we're just going to work on the door and the quarter panel today and see if I can make I don't know, a remarked improvement over what's already there. First go round. Super cheap, right off the shelf at your local parts store. We're gonna see what happens here first.
Really honest, I just didn't expect anything to come out of this paint at all. It looked just absolutely smashed and beaten, and I didn't know if anything could even be saved. But based on the cost of a paint job these days, I decided just to give it a go. The worst thing could happen is I wasted a weekend just messing with this paint out to whatever it was going to be, and it turned out to be actually pretty nice for what it was. It looked a bit misleading, like I have the correct tools or some kind of expensive thing to do this right. No, I don't. That's a headlight restore kit that I'm actually just using the polishing compound with, so that I'm hoping that maybe I can get something out of this. I really didn't want to spend any money on equipment or anything until I realized if the paint was going to work or not. I mean, it just looked smashed and there was scratches and scrapes all over it, so I decided to just use what I had and see if I could get something to come out of it, and it turned out pretty good. Trim had to go. It was just in the way, and there was dirt running out from underneath of it, so it just had to get out of there. The shop foreman and quality assurance inspector for Mr. Rotter's neighborhood stopped by he decided he was going to give me a hand at the last, very tail end of it. You know how those supervisors do. They just show up for the last bit of it and take all the credit. But showed up and gave me a hand trying to get all this sorted out and polished up. And he was impressed. So it's a good thing he came by. I'll see you later.